Things fall apart. Things around us are always in a state of decay, of entropy. Things break down from a castle to a government. And we all know this. And we all fear it. Hi, I'm Marcus Jackman. I'm the pastor at Copper Hills Church in Harriman, Utah. I'd like to ask you, if these devotions are an encouragement and a blessing to you, please click like and subscribe as we get ready to start streaming our worship services. That'll ensure that you get an email to let us know there's a live stream and that you can click on that live stream immediately and be taken to our worship sessions. But things do fall apart, and nothing seems to last. From even the strongest kingdoms of this world, back in the days of Assyria and Babylon, or the Ottoman Empire, or the dynasties of China, or to today, to the USSR, and maybe even the USA, things fall apart and nothing lasts. That leads us to a state of fear, because the impermanence and the susceptibility of all things around us to break down makes us feel alone, makes us feel unsafe, makes us worry, will we be okay? And beyond that, as we exchange allegiances between different strongmen, different champions, different systems, different programs, different churches, different towns, different spouses, different families, as we're all looking for that sense of permanence, as we exchange all of these different proxies, we feel more deeply in our hearts. Not only do things break down and we're not safe, but we fear that we don't belong anymore. We feel like there's no place for us anymore. Our home will break down and we will be alone and unsafe. That is the fear that lies at the base of much of our behaviors. And it's one of the fears that Advent answers, because Jesus is the lasting one, and he brings us into relationship with God. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6, speaking a prophecy about the Jesus, the Messiah, the Christ that was to come, Isaiah was given by the Lord to say, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Everlasting. He is a rule and a champion that you can depend upon forever. It says in Hebrews that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is the one who never changes, never fades, never breaks down. His rule and his kingdom will be established forever, and they can't be taken from you. Thank the Lord, right? So he's everlasting, but more than that, as he in his suffering brings many sons to glory, as he in his suffering is still given to see his offspring. And although God the Father is uniquely Father over all, yet in a way, in his redeeming of us, Jesus is like our Father. He is Father-like to us as he brings us into relationship with God. We don't just have a champion. We don't have a strong man. We don't just have a king. We have a Father. And that means that we belong. That means that we have love over us from this everlasting one. He is everlastingly and steadfastly in relationship to his people as Father, as the one who guards, as the one who is zealous for his people. I want to encourage you with that today as things break down, and there's only so much work that a vaccine can do. There's only so much work that an economic recovery can do to preach to us some sort of permanence. Those things will break down as well someday. But Jesus is the everlasting one. And he brings us into an everlasting new relationship with God as our Father. Thank the Lord. Bless you today.